Hello, viewers of PGurus channel. Couple of days back, Akhilesh Yadav made a highly condemnable statement on Yogi Adityanath ji. He called Yogi ji as infiltrator from Uttarakhand. Now, Akhilesh Yadav, because he keeps on making these kind of statements, he is often dubbed as Akalless Yadav, mindless. And there is a reason behind that. If we go deeper into the statements that he has issued, first he need to understand. So will he call his spouse Srimati Dimple Rawat? Before her marriage, she was from Uttarakhand. Is she also infiltrator? Next, entire Nehru family, they are Kashmiri Pandits. Even their allies like Karunanidhi is a Telugu person. MGR is of a Sri Lankan origin. And Sheila Dikshit, who is a three-term Delhi CM, she's from UP. And this is the reason why these kind of statements Akhilesh Yadav makes, and that is why he is called as Akalles. And now when we look at it, the roots of Yogi and Akhilesh, Yogi was the most very humble roots. So he is born in a very modest Uttarakhand village to a forest ranger father, and then he became a monk at 21 years at Gorakhnath Mutt. Akhilesh was born with a silver spoon. He is the son of a Samajwadi Party founder Mulayam Singh, who was 3 terms CM, and he got overseas education and family wealth. Yogi, as a monk, without having any kind of a much of support, he became a 5 term MP from Gorakhpur. And even at that time, Uttarakhand was also part of UP. And he faced a lot of on the ground situations. For Akhilesh, everything is like a red carpet welcome. And here we need to look at this is a merit based, and also he's a whereas Akhilesh was a parachute politician. And now when we look at it, the kind of the challenges which Yogi ji has faced, and there the mafia raj was there, entire lawlessness, and 200 plus mafia extorting guys has been encountered. And even during the Akhilesh Yadav time, lot of 247 riots happened in Muzaffarnagar and western UP. And Yogi has done this job of zero tolerance against any of the crime. And now we need to understand why Akhilesh Yadav made this Akalles statement. Because he doesn't have any kind of a data points to be against Yogi ji government. And when we look at it on a basic key parameters, which we see on the key welfare segments, and in the key welfare segments, if we go in details, especially in the poverty alleviation and welfare, at 6 crore people have been uplifted from the poverty as per the Niti Aayog report. 100% houses have got the toilets, 100% villages have got electricity. And these kind of the data, when we look at into the next thing, during the period of the Akhilesh government, dialysis camps and also as per the various health surveys, they got a very poor scores. But when we look at the improvement, drastic improvement that has happened, be it even the COVID handling, and it's a very difficult, especially in a state like UP. Another basic parameter, Akhilesh has mentioned that, okay, he has given 15 lakh laptops, but what happened to the schools? They're like in very bad shape. Then Yogi has to step in and he has to launch Operation Kayakalp and renovated 1.5 lakh schools. Girls' literacy rate went 15%. He gave free uniforms, books as well. and initiated that smart classes and skill development to 10 lakh youths. So that is the basic at the ground level changes which he has made sure. And with respect to the crime, Akhilesh Yadav, only one thing he has done is one helpline. But after that, what is the result? Then also a lot of crime rate increased, lot of riots were there. But when compared to that with the Yogi's government, 52% reduction, and even below the national average crime rate, and women workforce participation has increased by 39%. And these are the metrics when we look at it. Even for a state like Uttar Pradesh, where agriculture and rural development are extremely critical, just for doling out the money, Akhilesh did these loan waivers. But for Yogi ji, if you see these metrics, 50% of sustained growth, largest vegetable production, 4 crore tons, irrigation has doubled, and everyone has got this full coverage of the insurance, PM Kisan. Rural roads that are built increased by 1 lakh kilometer roads have been added. Irrigation potential created 200% increase. So that is the reason why Akhilesh was not getting any kind of a scope to really go after. Yes, there are elections, are still 1.5 years there for elections to happen, assembly elections. And with the successful programs like Kumbh Mela that has happened, and it's a world record as well. Total attendance, 66 crore people have turned up. And economic impact is like 2 to 3 lakh crores transactions have happened. And 25,000 direct revenue that has come up. Infrastructure development that has happened. And the jobs that has created, like 6 lakh job created. So because of all these successes, Akhilesh has become frustrated. So now the question that comes up is it all good? Is it all good for BJP to see the record hat-trick term for Yogi ji? I don't think so. Road is not that easy for the third term. BJP has to take lessons from their disappointing results from the Lok Sabha elections. Few of the reasons which we look at it, when we see caste, even after doing lot of upliftment, lot of infrastructure development, still there is a lot of gaps. The society always looks for more. And all said and done, UP is still caste-based state, and it plays a big role. And in Lok Sabha elections, Kurmis and Rajputs, they didn't support BJP. Because of BSP vote reduction that has happened, all these things have went to this Samajwadi party, what they call as a PDA alliance. And this fake narrative of Samvidhan Khatre mein hai, that is another thing. And post Ram Mandir, there has become like a overconfidence that has come up, which caused this problem. And gradually with that, grassroots also workers got sidelined, and there's less of a synchronized effort with the wide groups from the Sangh Parivar. So these factors have contributed to the problem. I think BJP has learned lessons, especially after Lok Sabha elections, whatever the assembly elections that have taken place. We've seen a resounding victory. But as they say, road to Delhi goes from Lucknow. So 2027 elections, assembly elections, are extremely critical. Even for a strong BJP supporter, they need to look at it. Yogi ji, with an ironclad governance, reduce the crime rate by 50%, doubling the GSDP to 27 lakh crores, and hosting flawless Mahakumbh for 66 crore people. Still, it is a difficult election. So BJP as a party, they may have to aggressively pursue some of the things like unemployment because of various factors of decades of bad governance. Still a lot of migrations are happening, especially for other wealthier states. So they may have to look at it, what is that they can do. And caste collisions, they have to play it. So in the politics, you cannot be like a saint. Sometimes you have to go adjust your politics accordingly. And BJP has to spend money on to fight these fake narratives. There is no way. There might be having very good number of volunteer base, but if they don't hire, get into professionals, it may not really work. Especially when Congress and other parties are openly telling, okay, we are spending so much of money for hiring these consultant and social media and all those things. It is very, very important. And nothing can beat people to people contact. So they have to do that door to door campaigning, and they have to ensure to all their booth workers are charged up and geared up, and they have to take care of the voter enrollments and removing of the fake voters, and ensure that the actions that which Yogi ji is taking, the bulldozer justice, is very much needed for a state like Uttar Pradesh, and they need to be provided with all the required information. They should leave no stone unturned, because this government is the Yogi ji and the Modi ji double engine sarkar is way, way, way better than this 4.5 CM governance that which Akhilesh Yadav has given. But they have to fight external, outside the country conspiracies, and even within the country as well. And these kind of narratives, what we are seeing, like bringing the divisions, like telling the infiltrator, or earlier there was Yogi ji who has give a sannyasi, he gives up everything, all his relations and everything, but still he was branded as Kshatriya, just to cause that divisions in the society. Now he's been on a region basis. So these kind of divisions, and during the Lok Sabha election, there was a talk, okay, Yogi ji is sidelined, his government will fall any point of time. These kind of narratives, opposition will keep on doing. So it is very, very important for BJP and friends of BJP and those who think that Yogi ji is doing a great job should identify how to beat those things. And definitely, uh, Akhilesh Yadav, if he wants to remain in the fight, he should stop this Akalless comment. Infiltrator. So he has to look at his wife. She's from basically Uttarakhand. How can he justify that kind of a statement? So with this, friends, I think it's going to be the exciting time. We will be having the Bihar elections, followed by West Bengal elections, and then we'll be having all other elections as well. But before that, have a safe and brightful Deepavali. Thank you, my friends.